Hey, Dan Passarelli here. Happy Friday and happy first day of easing in to earnings season. Well, we had some of the big financial institutions, some of the big banks announce this morning, and I want to take a look at that and talk just a little bit about it. So, first of all, before we look at individual names, the banks were expected to not do as well this earnings season. And in fact, earnings overall, while they're expected to be good, analysts always kind of right before earnings, they sort of dial back expectations and lower their expectations for stocks. And they did that a little bit more than usual this time. And banks were supposed to perform the weakest of all the sectors, but turns out that's not really what's happening. Take a look at this chart of Wells Fargo. So Wells Fargo, if you can see, their earnings estimate was $1.26.9. Actual was $1.42. And that sucker just gapped up huge this morning. Next, we can look at BlackRock, BLK, and didn't get the gap, but we sure did have the run up through the day. Those earnings ended up estimate $10.41.9, actual $11.46, so like a full 10% outperformance. That's huge. And then we had JPM, and same thing there, maybe not as strong as the other two. Their estimate was $4.02.2, an actual of $4.37. So what does all this mean? All this means, with the lack of M&A activity in the banks and just interest rates going down, we didn't think that they were going to have such a strong quarter, but they did. And that may very well set the tone for the rest of this earnings season. And the results of this earnings season are going to be extremely important. I believe that this is the most important earnings season that we have seen maybe ever. And so we're going to be watching it and we're going to be trading it. Yeah. So that being said, we'll talk more about trading earnings next week. Until then, have yourself a great weekend. It's supposed to be pretty nice out, I think, at least in some parts. Here in Chicago, it's supposed to be swell. Anyway, have a great weekend and trade smart.